I kept one coin out of the machine, not for luck, not for proof, just something small enough to leave alone when the rest of me got used. The light above the button stayed tired, but it still knew where to land. I didn't need the whole thing working, just one unspent piece in my hand. There's a receipt folded into a square with nothing important printed there. I keep it anyway, flat and thin, like a place the day can end. The hallway hums through a plastic wall, somebody's footsteps rise then fall. I let the sound pass under my name without turning it into blame. I used to spend the last of me on making every corner clean. Now I leave a little out of reach where the hard part cannot lean. Maybe enough is not a finish, maybe enough is what remains after I stop paying interest on every unfinished thing. I can keep a little motion, I can keep a little room, not to become brighter, just to stay usable through. There is something unspent in the side of my chest, not strong, not shining, not asking to be seen, just a small piece of air that I didn't hand over when the day kept reaching through me. I won't turn it into a reason, I won't make it carry the whole floor, but if I can keep one part unspent, then I can leave through a different door. Yeah. A vending light blinks like a wrong little moon. I don't buy anything, I just stand near the blue. My hands in my pockets, my thoughts in a stack. Some of them leaving, some of them back. The button is one from somebody else that feels like enough contact for now. I read the labels, then forget what they say, and let the choice stay folded away. There's no big turn, no clean release, no lifted weight, no sudden peace, just the strange relief of not deciding where every last part of me should be hiding. Yeah, I keep one answer unsigned, one small exit unlined, one slow breath under the tongue where the demand hasn't come. I don't have to spend it, the last clean inch of nerve, I don't have to prove it by crossing every curve. Some things can stay in reserve, some doors can stay half known. If I leave myself unfinished, I still get to come home. For a second, the room does nothing, and that becomes the point. The coin slot waits with its metal mouth. The glass keeps holding its joint. No speech, no signal, no dramatic turn, just a tiny pause that doesn't burn. I stand there, not improved, but less removed. There is something unspent in the side of my chest, not brave, not heavy, not trying to be clear, just a small piece of weather I didn't translate when the hard part came too near. I won't turn it into a promise, I won't dress it up as control, but if I can keep one part unspent, then the rest does not swallow me whole. On the walk back, the air feels ordinary. A parked bike, a bent sign, a cut by the curb. Nothing in the street explains anything, but nothing asks me for the perfect word. I count 3 windows and stop counting, let the number lose its role. A little less grip in the shoulder, a little more floor in the soul. Maybe this is the whole repair, not to repair, just to spare one piece from the pressure, 1 inch from the glare. There is something unspent in the side of my chest, not strong, not shining, not asking to be seen, just a small piece of air that I didn't hand over when the day kept reaching through me. I won't turn it into a reason, I won't make it carry the whole floor, but if I can keep one part unspent, then I can leave through a different door. And if tomorrow asks for all of me, I can answer from behind the line, not empty, not ready, not fully returned, but with one small thing still mine. I leave the coin on the windowsill where the light cannot decide, not saved, not spent, just there, and I let that be the kind of going on. The kind going on. I only moved what I could carry today, left the rest by the door with its name turned down. No grand repair, no clean new shape, just enough space for my shoes on the ground. There's room left, not much but it counts, a little square of air where the weight can sit down. Yeah. made a list on the back of a receipt, then crossed out the parts that sounded too complete. The kettle clicked once, then forgot what it meant. I let that pass like rent. I haven't spent. Some things way better when nobody stares. Some keys still work from the bottom of bags. I don't need the whole day open wide, just a smaller door with a workable side. The chair still holds the shape of a thought. The floor keeps track of what I brought. I put one worry under the table leg, so the room stops rocking when I shift my weight. I don't have to lift the whole thing, I can move around it first. Leave the heavy part unnamed, let the corner take the worst. If the next step stays narrow, then narrow is enough. I can live inside the margin without calling it a rush. There is room left in the frame I almost walked out of. Room left where the pressure didn't close. Room left in the space between the answer and the habit. Room left in the way my shoulders know. I don't need a bright sign telling me I made it. I don't need the floor to turn gold, just a little less of everything against me, and a place where I can put down what I hold. The stairs can wait with their stone color mouth. I know the angle, I don't need it now. One step is a number, not a promise to climb. I let it stay outside my line. Yeah. There's a cup ring drying near the window side, a note with 3 words I won't decide. I used to force the shape until it split. Now I leave one edge that doesn't fit. Yeah. Less answer, more handle, less reason, more room. Less trying to make the whole room useful before I know what to do. Yeah. I keep my pace in a folded sleeve, not hidden, just not for everyone to see. The day doesn't break when I move this small, it simply makes space by the wall. And maybe the way back is not a way back, maybe it bends through a smaller gap. Maybe I'm not late to my own life, maybe the clock just lost its nap. I breathe once, not to become new, but to notice the grip getting loose. If I can leave one thought untreated, there's a little more floor I can use. There is room left in the part I never finished. Room left where the edges don't align. Room left in the pause I used to cover. Room left in the ordinary sign. I don't need the whole weight turned into meaning. I don't need the hard part to explain. Just a little space beside the louder feeling where I can stand and not become the strain. There is room left, and it doesn't ask for proof. It doesn't make a speech, it doesn't pull me through. It waits like a spare inch under a closed door, small enough to trust, wide enough for more. I set the bag down without making a scene. The strap made a line across the chair. Nothing open, nothing vanished, but the room had a room inside it there. That was the change, not a clean escape, not a better version, not a sudden shape. Just less of my hands holding the same thing. Just one empty place where the next breath can lean. There is room left in the frame I almost walked out of. Room left where the pressure didn't close. Room left in the space between the answer and the habit. Room left in the way my shoulders know. I don't need a bright sign telling me I made it. I don't need the floor to turn gold, just a little less of everything against me, and a place where I can put down what I hold. I leave the list where it is, I leave the keys in the bowl. I leave the hard thing unnamed, but not alone. 1 inch left, 1 chair back, 1 breath with no witness, and I can work with that. Took less than the day expected, put plenty back before it asked. Not because I had an answer, not because the heaviness passed. Just one hand on the drawer handle, one light left low in the hall. I didn't need to use the whole room to know I was inside it at all. Yeah. There's a stack of things I almost made useful, a folded shirt, a bill, a cup turned down. The table has its own small weather, and I let it stay uneven for now. I used to take every loose demand and make a place for it in my chest, as if being fair to the pressure meant leaving none of myself left. Tonight I move like a careful mistake, not fast, not fixed, not fully awake. I put the extra names back in the bowl, I leave the loud part outside control. A little less plan, a little more floor. I stop at the edge and call that more. but not taking all of it. The soft refusal under the skin. There is a kind of mercy in returning what was never meant to fit within. I place the unused worry by the window, where the thin light makes it plain. Not gone, not solved, not made into wisdom, just no longer carried in my name. And if my hands look empty from a distance, that does not mean I came apart. Some things survive by being set down gently before they harden around the heart. Put plenty back where the reaching cannot find me. Put the extra weight beside the door. I can keep a little room inside the ordinary without turning every hour into more. Put plenty back, not as an ending, not as proof that I can disappear. Just enough left out of my own hands to make the next small motion feel clear. We don't have to spend the whole night tonight. We don't have to use the whole sky. If there's one quiet piece still waiting on the shelf, then some part of us is still nearby. I left the calendar face down like it needed privacy too. The sink held one silver circle and the wall kept its pale blue. Nothing dramatic happened, no clean line opened in the air. But I noticed my shoulders had stopped explaining why they were there. A message sat unopened, not ignored, just not fed. I gave it no new room inside me, no spare pillow in my head. Some days ask for every corner, some days take the smaller route. I can answer by not answering, I can leave the full thing out. There's a quiet kind of keeping that looks like putting things away. Not hiding, not quitting, just letting distance have a place. I don't want the bright repair, I don't want the polished line. I want the cupboard of my breathing to close without a fight. If I give back what I borrowed from the pressure, if I return what never had to stay, maybe the feeling keeps its color without taking up the day. The room does not get bigger, but the corners stop leaning in. The air between two objects becomes somewhere to begin. Put back a sentence that arrived too heavy. Put back the hour that tried to split. Put back the version that needed proving. Put back the shame around it. Not everything has to be carried to count as having been known. Not every weight becomes kindness just because we take it home. Put plenty back where the reaching cannot find me. Put the extra weight beside the door. I can keep a little room inside the ordinary without turning every hour into more. Put plenty back, not as an ending, not as proof that I can disappear. Just enough left out of my own hands to make the next small motion feel clear. We don't have to spend the whole night tonight. We don't have to use the whole sky. If there's one quiet piece still waiting on the shelf, then some part of us is still nearby. And when tomorrow comes asking for everything with its open palms and its careful act, we can take what fits inside the morning and put plenty back. The drawer stays slightly open, not wrong, just not complete. One folded thing untouched, one less promise at my feet. I pass it once, then leave it there. Not refused, not kept back. I don't need the whole sky lowered for me, just the ceiling close enough to see where my thoughts stop climbing past my hands, where the day comes down to something I can stand. If the height is less, I waste less reaching. If the light is flat, I read a plane. There's a way to move under a lower ceiling without turning smallness into shame. The corridor bends by the laundry sign. A loose towel clicks under the second line. Machines keep turning with their glass mouths full, and I stand outside their metal rule. I came here carrying too much air Too many versions, too many stairs. A plastic basket against my knee. One missing sock like a minor fee. The ceiling panels have watermarks. Thin brown maps over borrowed cards. Nothing here tries to lift me high. That might be why I don't have to try. A lower place can name the scale. A narrow light can hold the rail. I stop pretending I need more span to move the little that I can. There's a number scratched into the coin tray. Maybe a date, maybe nothing at all. I let it be whatever it is. Not every mark has to turn into a call. Someone left detergent by the window. Blue cap, loose label wearing thin. It looks like proof of ordinary damage, and I almost trust the state it's in. I don't want a higher answer. I don't want the great wide view. I want a ceiling that admits me before I become someone new. Less height above me, less story to defend, less chance to throw my life upward and lose it before the bend. Under a lower ceiling, I can hear my own steps better. Not louder, not stronger, just closer to the ground. I don't have to rise into a shape I never asked for. I can move by inches and still get turned around. Under a lower ceiling, the pressure has a border. The heavy parts don't get to fill the blue. I keep one hand free from holding the future and let the narrow place make a way through. The dryer stops, but I don't move yet. The light flickers once like a thought changing lanes. I take the basket handle, then set it down again. Not failure, just timing, with less distance to fall. A magazine curls on a plastic chair. Old coffee stain in a square of glare. A name tag lost from somebody's coat sits face down like an unsent note. I like the way the place refuses drama. No golden exit, no clever sign. Just a vending machine with a warm front panel and a clock that keeps its distance from mine. I count 3,000, quit the count, let the number lose its mouth. My shoulders lower without command, as if they found a smaller land. The day can stay unfinished above me. The lights can hum their pale routine. I'll take the limit that doesn't flatten over the freedom that turns to clean. Maybe I was tired of height, tired of needing every wall to open, tired of making every small correction sound like a life being chosen. Here the ceiling doesn't promise, here the corner doesn't preach. It just gives the upper edge a boundary and keeps the far away out of reach. Under a lower ceiling, I can hear my own steps better. Not louder, not stronger, just closer to the ground. I don't have to rise into a shape I never asked for. I can move by inches and still get turned around. Under a lower ceiling, there is less to keep proving, less open space for panic to use. The air stays plain, the exit stays ordinary, and I can leave without calling it a rescue. Under a lower ceiling, I remember what fits: a basket, a sleeve, a coin at hand. Not everything has to open above me for the next small motion to understand. If there is a mercy here, it is not wide, it is not bright. It is the top of the world coming close enough to stop asking me to climb. I keep my name below the panel light and let it stay mine. The machines start again behind me. Round glass turning someone else's rain. I leave with the basket half full and no new promise to explain. The ceiling follows to the doorway and gives me back the street. Not because I earn more height, but because I used less in me. I don't look up for a sign this time. I watch the curve, the step, the seam, the small exact place where my shoe lands, and the rest can stay unseen. One panel light, one loose blue cap, one basking mark across my hand. Lower than expected, enough to pass under. untucked, not by accident this time. The mirror tried to correct me, but I let the scene decline. A tag against my skin, a crease across the chair. Some version of myself, almost finished, almost there. Yeah. The sink light draws a pale square across the cabinet face. My toothbrush leans in the cup like it lost its place with grace. I button what I could, then stop before the last. There is a limit to neatness when the body moves too fast. A shirt can hold a shape and still refuse to roll. I can stand inside the frame without making myself whole. The floor has two socks waiting, one matched, one turned inside. I take the wrong one first and keep the small mistake alive. Maybe not every edge needs to go back under. Maybe some small piece showing is how I keep from going under. I don't need the clean version to earn the next step out. I can leave the line uneven and still know what I'm about. Untuck the part that kept pretending it was weightless. Let it hang where the day can see its shape. I don't have to smooth the crease before I leave here. I don't have to make the mirror call me safe. Untuck it out from the collar of my thinking. Let the fitted version loosen at the side. If I can move without folding every corner, then I can go with one plain thing untied. A drawer stays open by an inch, not asking to be fixed inside. A black belt curls like a sentence I dismissed. I keep a coin in the pocket of a jacket I rarely wear. Not for luck, just for proof that something can stay there. There's lint on the shoulder, a thread near the sleeve. A mark I could handle but decide to leave. I used to treat each flaw like a small public trial. Now I let one loose and walk with me for a while. The hallway waits beyond the latch, flat light, no grand reveal. I press my hand against the cloth and check what I can still carry. There is no perfect angle, only one I can stand inside. The glass keeps offering versions with their edges pulled too tight. I turn once, then stop turning, let the fabric choose its fall. I was never meant to disappear inside a better outline. Some days the useful thing is not a higher mood, but a loosened fit around what already moved. Untuck the part that kept pretending it was weightless. Let it hang where the day can see its shape. I don't have to smooth the crease before I leave here. I don't have to make the mirror call me safe. Untuck the need to answer every small reflection. Let the unfinished line stay near the skin. If I can leave with one thing slightly showing, then I can stop asking permission to begin. On the back of the chair, the shirt keeps its curve like it remembers a person without asking for words. I touch the collar once, then take my hand away. Not every adjustment gets to own the day. The label scratches lightly and I let it stay. A little proof of contact, not a reason to obey. I step out with the hammer, leaving not dramatic, not disguised. Just one ordinary fracture kept outside the lines. The street does not inspect me, the window does not care. A passing bus turns silver and leaves my outline there. There is a kind of motion that starts after you stop, pulling every loose thing under for the sake of looking taut. Untuck the part that kept pretending it was weightless. Let it hang where the day can see its shape. I don't have to smooth the crease before I leave here. I don't have to make the mirror call me safe. Untuck the hour from the collar of my thinking. Let the fitted version loosen at the side. If I can move without folding every corner, then I can go with one plain thing untied. And if the line stays visible behind me, if the scene keeps turning as I move, I call that enough of a signal to leave before I overprove. The mirror keeps the cleaner version. I keep it one that left, one side tucked, one side loose. The day notices less than I thought it would. I laughed half a second after the moment it moved, and kept my eyes on the rain by the glass. Not enough to ruin anything, just enough to make the air show its hand. You can spend a whole way home trying to sand 1 second flat, or you can fold it into your pocket and let the strange part last. Yeah. The awning held a line of water, like it wanted to say something first. A paper bag softened at the corner under one small ordinary burst. I checked the receipt for no real reason. Milk, tape, batteries, gum. Proof that I had been somewhere without knowing what I'd become. There was a sentence I dropped badly between the door and the street. It landed wrong and stayed there gently near the puddle by my feet. I used to call that damage and drag it through the night. Now I let the shape stay crooked if it still carries light. Maybe the misfit part is not asking to be cleaned. Maybe it only needs somewhere quiet to lean. I don't have to make it smooth, I don't have to win it back. Some moments keep me human because they miss the track. Say the awkward part before it turns into blame. Keep the little wrongness where the evening can breathe. I don't need to polish every second into meaning. I can leave one crooked thing beside me. Save the awkward part, not as a wound, not as a warning. Just a small uneven proof that I was there. If the day keeps one strange corner open, I can move through it without pretending not to care. A bus went by with nobody looking, windows bright as borrowed screens. My umbrella clicked once at the handle like it knew more than it means. I replayed the line, then lost the wording, which felt better than control. There's relief in a mistake becoming texture instead of taking up the whole. A coin-sized moon sat in the gutter under oil and streetlight dust. I watched it break when the water shifted, then come back almost enough. I don't need the clean retake, I don't need the clever end. I just need the part that slipped to stop acting like a debt. The crosswalk counted down without drama, 5, 4, 3, then there I stood still through half the signal, and nobody seemed to care. The help more than advice, more than a bright new plan. The city let me be and finish with a bag in my hand. I let the oddness keep its edges, let the small red mark remain. Not every part of being seen has to become a stain. Save the awkward part before it turns into blame. Keep the little wrongness where the evening can breathe. I don't need to polish every second into meaning. I can leave one crooked thing beside me. Save the awkward part, let it sit outside the story, let it stay a little sideways, almost kind. If I stop chasing every cleaner version, there is room for me to keep this one and still arrive. The door sensor open for someone behind me, and I almost turned like it was mine. Small mistake, soft machine, brief permission, nothing serious enough to define. I like that, the world missing me by inches, then continuing anyway. No punishment, no lesson, just the rain changing lanes. I walk with the bag against my side, its handles making marks in my hand. Some proof is not beautiful, some proof is just able to stand. I keep the wrong laugh, the late reply, the sentence that leaned and did not know why. No, not to replay it, not to make it shine, just to stop throwing away every part of me that arrives out of line. Save the awkward part before it turns into blame. Keep the little wrongness where the evening can breathe. I don't need to polish every second into meaning. I can leave one crooked thing beside me. Save the awkward part, not as a wound, not as a warning, just a small uneven proof that I was there. If the day keeps one strange corner open, I can move through it without pretending not to care. And if tomorrow catches me slightly off timing, with my hands full and my answer half made, I can let the moment stand there beside me, unfixed, unpretty, but not thrown away. At home, I leave the receipt on the table, face down, still damp at the edge. Nothing to return, nothing to prove, just one odd second kept. I got off where I didn't mean to. Same building, different air. The number on the wall looked ordinary, but my name was not prepared. No panic, no announcement, just a hallway slightly spare. Some part of me went elsewhere, and the rest of me stood there. Yeah. The elevator closed behind me with a soft mechanical face. A plastic plant leaned by the corner like it had accepted the place. Mailboxes lined the narrow wall, little metal mouths with names. Some were taped over, some half open, some had nothing left to claim. I held my keys without choosing which door I wanted them to know. The ceiling light kept flattening the minute until the thought had room to go. I didn't call it drifting, I didn't make it mean escape. I only let one part step sideways before the whole thing lost its shape. Maybe elsewhere's not far, maybe it is one floor wrong. One breath outside the order where the pressure doesn't belong. I can stand inside the air without asking to be found. Let the day keep moving forward while I move slightly around. Some part of me is elsewhere, but it is not leaving. It is only keeping space, the room forgot. I don't need to drag it back into the center. I can let it stay beside the heart of thought. Some part of me is elsewhere, looking through another window. Not brighter, not easier, not gone. Just a second to dress inside the same weather, where I can place the weight and still move on. A flyer curled under the stair rail for a service nobody called. A blue stamp on the concrete landing made a mark that meant nothing at all. I like that more than reason, like the small unclaimed proof that a thing can be present without explaining its use. I used to bring myself back too quickly, like absence was a debt. Like every loose inch of attention needed hands around his neck. Now I leave the wrong floor open, leave the button unpressed. Let the hallway have the version I am not ready to address. The building hums, the doors stay plain. A neighbor's steps cross above my name. I do not follow, I do not hide. I let the misplaced minute keep its side. A life can fit in smaller turns. A hand can rest before it learns. Some part of me is elsewhere, but it is not leaving. It is only keeping space, the room forgot. I don't need to drag it back into the center. I can let it stay beside the heart of thought. Some part of me is elsewhere, holding one unchosen angle, where the day cannot spend me all at once. If I stop making every distance in a failure, then even this wrong floor can let me pass. Behind one mailbox door, a paper edge showed through. Not enough to read, not enough to lose. I thought about all the messages that never need my hands, all the names I do not answer, all the rooms I do not enter. There is a mercy in not opening every small demand. There is a way to come back without taking back the land. When I finally press the right floor, I do it without correction. Not as proof I am returning, not as some improved direction. The doors part with the same tire chime, the same rail, the same square light. But the weight has changed its posture after standing out of sight. I keep elsewhere in my pocket, not hidden, just allowed. A side room in the feeling, where the noise can thin itself out. Some part of me is elsewhere, but it is not leaving. It is only keeping space, the room forgot. I don't need to drag it back into the center. I can let it stay beside the heart of thought. Some part of me is elsewhere, looking through another window. Not brighter, not easier, not gone. Just a second to dress inside the same weather, where I can place the weight and still move on. And when the day asks me to gather every scattered piece in line, I can keep one small elsewhere open and call that almost mine. I pass my own door once, then come back without hurry. One floor remembered, one button left alone. Elsewhere stays lit after I go in. found a way through with fewer corners. Not a better road, just less to strike. The wall kept bending before I needed to make my hands decide the right. I was not saved by something larger, I was not made new by the air. But the path stopped asking for my sharpest shape, and I could pass through there. Yeah. Yeah. The underpass had arrows peeling from a board behind cloudy glass. 3 exits named with broken numbers, 1 route crossed out in black. I used to read every direction like a test I had to clear. Turn too hard, hold too steady, carry the verdict out of here. A paper cup rolled near the vending row, then rested against a tile. I watched it finally round a place where the floor forgave its angle. Maybe I don't need more courage, maybe I need fewer corners, less edge for the hour to catch on, less proof in the border. If the turn comes softer, I can take it late. If the wall stops cutting, I can keep my weight. Not all motion needs a reason, not all change needs height. Some days only asked for a less pointed way outside. Gain fewer corners in the shape I have to carry. Fewer hard turns where the pressure learns my name. I don't need the whole road opening before me, I just need one bend that doesn't make me brace. In the room behind my forehead, less to defend when I am running out of thread. If the day can round itself by half an inch, I can move through what I could not lift instead.
There is a tenderness in not explaining why a line becomes too much, why a simple door frame sometimes asks more than I can touch. I kept a folded map inside my sleeve with no clear place to go, not because I wanted leaving, but because I needed less to know.
If I seem far away from the center, I am only finding curve, a way to keep myself from catching on every small unnecessary word. I count the tiles and break the count, let the number fall from use. There's a mark where someone dragged a chair, and a gum stain shaped like a loop. The ceiling vents keep breathing great, the ad screen changes coats. A man walks by with flowers wrapped in yesterday's newsprint falls. Yeah, nothing here becomes a message, nothing has to be enough. That helps more than the wide advice that tries to make me tough. I place my hand against the rail, don't let the metal guide the turn. The corner doesn't vanish, it just stops needing to burn. A curved mirror hangs above the crossing, showing everyone bent and passing. No one looks right in that reflection, but no one has to be corrected. I like that rule, the useful wrongness, the softened edge, the not quite square. For once the way ahead does not punish me for arriving with edges I did not have time to repair.
Give me fewer corners in the shape I have to carry, fewer hard turns where the pressure learns my name. I don't need the whole road opening before me, I just need one bend that doesn't make me brace. Give me fewer corners in the room behind my forehead, less to defend when I am running out of thread. If the day can round itself by half an inch, I can move through what I could not lift instead.
And if the narrow place does not become beautiful, if the exit stays plain and barely marked, I can still trust the path that hurts me less when it turns without making a demand on my heart.
I am not trying to disappear inside an easier design, I only want the part that scrapes me to stop calling itself mine.
Let the hinge be older, let the paint come loose, let the root be ordinary and slightly out of use. I can love the smaller crossing where nothing opens wide, because the gentler angle leaves something of me inside. At the end of the passage, a door sticks before it gives. I push once on my shoulder, then stop forcing it. There's another way around past the closed kiosk side, a longer route, a lower sign to turn I almost missed. Aching without making a story from the choice, no triumph in the concrete, no bright lesson in my voice, just fewer corners in the way I leave, just enough curve to keep going clean. Yeah.
Give me fewer corners, not a new horizon, not a reason dressed in gold, just a softer route around the part that made every step feel old. Give me fewer corners even for a minute, one rounded edge in the ordinary frame. I can arrive without becoming larger, I can pass through without paying with my name. The mirror keeps my bent outline after I turn away.
Not fixed, not sharper,
only easier to carry through.